shim this whole thing.
Be on the corner too.
So you know that shit is tight. That corner's a bad, sucker. Mother sucker, yeah. Bad. She's a bad. She's a bad mother sucker. Oh, let's go.
I'm dunking on everybody that doubted me. Fuck, I look like helping you up. I'm foul as fuck and watching you bleed. They yelling on sportsmanlike conduct. I'm on my AI shit. Eye contact as I step over these poets. These poetry refs call it a tech. Well, I'm going to call it a test. Better believe if I call in my tech, he going to lay down the rest. And the only decision they get to make is how they want the body displayed. Whether cold in an alley. Oops. I mean alone, cold with no allies. Oops. Or leave them puzzled as I cross over and while making multiple moves. While they fake cheer for me while trying to figure out how to do what Epiphany do. Now, how does it feel to have a glimpse of a real Epiphany too? I'm going to score every time with these poetic free throws. Ain't no waiting at the line for my shot. I'm carrying 0 fucks as I glide past these hoes. Something like Clyde Drexler the way I come off top. Gum chewing, whistle blowing. The only time balls dropping is if I tell them to show them. Courtside behavior, I'm on my AI bougie shit. Bitching these weak ass players cause I'm with the shit. These bitches call me Scotty cause I'm smooth with my pimping. I recruit in batches of 4 and discard them all when 2 of them slipping. You think I was bewayed the way I just don't give a fuck. I call it magic the way I pull for more. I guess I never ran out of that beginner's luck. And I got these couples DMing me for a layup. They want me on the assist. I'm on business. They gotta pay up. And I don't fuck with rebounds. I go in for the kill. Cause I'm something like Muggsy Bogues, the way I stay low and always get the steal. Game time.
See, I should have learned from Jack and Jill when going up that hill, that shit gets steep. When trying to reach your peep, little Bo Peep, your ass might fall off your feet, sort of like Humpty. You see, he had to climb that wall in order to fall. And they might have got him together had that fool helped at all. So they left him to pieces. Or was he left to self? Because even the tiniest spider picked himself back up when he was washed out of that spout. Yo, it was something about that rain that he told you out there was over. The sun would eventually come out. You see, that's a crazy ass philosophy, but it has me moving with a different velocity. Breaking down my childhood so I'm not moving awkwardly. Trying to regain that luminosity. So when I think of queendom, I'm not thinking village. I'm thinking queen with dumb privilege. You see, I keep my circle small because I don't like kissing no other jiggers. Between her lips and mine, you see the rap just get back quicker. Because as a child, did I think so simple? Because all I learned was never follow a nigga because both of you fools come tumbling down in the end. That's family or friend. And see, Humpty Dumpty, he was even dumb to me back then. And from Mary, all I learned was keep it white as snow. And no matter where I went, a lamb would for surely show. So this wolf would always eat. You see, I thank God that I grew from that mentality of the streets because I'm still concrete, but I realized that how I think then and how I think now only helped me survive. So I'm just thankful that a nigga is still alive. Let's go.
This is the intro to the outro. Hopefully I leave y'all with a mouthful that'll implode if you don't speak it with an alto. If this CD is what you out for, I want to know what you into. Rhyme sharper than a Ginsu, slicing through your mentals. Whatever comes through my dentals is quintessential to me slaying an instrumental. I even handle my pencil with a thimble. Ahead of my time, I'm going back to the future in a DeLorean. Too many cats riding my back. I ain't trying to be a centaur. I'm trying to be a centurion. So I'm pouring in both hands on this music like an accordion. accordion. Will I have an audience of 12 in the court again? Then go back to the same block in front of the same store again? Aborted friends because they get pissed with bullish when more depends. See, you can get money the right way, but it's more to sin. I want to be interviewed by a historian. I'm at peace with violence and can't sleep with silence because that's how a coffin sounds. I wonder how many chains and tears in the morgues lost and found. I wonder how many John Does in the morgues lost and found. I wonder how many tears stain the floors of a morgue as loved ones get lost and found. See, I'm a full-blown ice storm. You slightly drafty. That's why I joke on rappers like Laffy Tappies, getting paid for my personal drive like an Uber cabbie. So welcome to the Terror Dome, where all these monsters fly like a pterodactyl. Religious flow got the swag of a tabernacle. No apologies. I destroy thug rappers and fake MCs. Every time I spit, I leave a pile of G's. I'm on my P's and Q's. Y'all hear me? I said I'm on my P's and Q's. Form quotables, promising qualities. Poor qualifying, punishing quantity. Polite, quiet, potent quiz upon quarter per quarter. Like I said, I'm on my P's and Q's. I'm here to bully this whole class like G's in school. Peace, family. How y'all be?
Ooh, that's my type of speed round, man. I love when they come through the corner and fire everybody ass up. Foul, foul, foul. It's a drive-by, bitch.
Boy, we just laid it down with a two-piece smack it and lack it. Believe that, my man. Did you hear what my man's just said? I mean, he went from Laffy Taffy to he on his P's and Q's and straight ran the P's and damn Q. Let me focus. Let me get my focus right, man. Welcome back to another week, man. Can y'all believe we done made it to the final line in the season? I'm kind of excited to kick it with y'all in the VIP, man, because we're going to be in the comments having church, and we're going to run some of the best of PPC. So I'm so excited about that. Shout out, while we're talking about PPC, shout out to the group for doing that amazing vote on that spotlight, man. Epiphany, you know you rock. So hats off to you, woman, for coming up through here and being the queen that you are. Tonight, though, y'all, man, we gave y'all a piece on that little speed round, but y'all might OD tonight, baby, because I'm about to put it in full overdrive as the king himself is about to come through and tear this mother sucker down. He is my first and only guest coming through this thing tonight. This is his second appearance on the corner, and y'all, I had to bring him back because I just wanted to focus on his story a little bit more. We ran out of time the last time, so tonight it's going down. He was first introduced to freestyle battle rap in the inner city, where most become bar gods, and if you know what I mean, man, but he used his bars to become a god out here, y'all, for real, for real. December 2011, something clicked and he found a new love for spoken word and poetry, dedicating 3 EPs, not one, not two, but 3, one of which winning Spoken Word Album of the Year from Spoken Word Magazine. Man, this guy right here is on fire in that cold-ass city that he's from, y'all. He is also called a Mr. MVP, that's most valuable poet from the POET Poet Society, y'all. He is coming with that Midwest Urban Music Award as well. Y'all, he is on the move. When I tell y'all, he has rocked so many stages that, again, for the second time, I'm not even finna put it down, but he gonna talk about all the stages that he done rocked with tonight. But he is being in performing with and for like-minded people like Malik Yoba or either Michelle Obama. So y'all already know, man, he is getting it in. And that pen just don't go when it start leaking, bro. He's a magic musician with that brush. He giving y'all freestyle. He giving y'all poetry. He coming with it all. So y'all help me welcome the man from that cold city. But he is not cold at all except for with that pen. That heart is warmer than a motherfucker. Y'all help me welcome Geronimo Speeds. Let's go.
I want to know how you feel, because I felt failed ever since I stepped in the field. Even the womb felt like a tomb, like a sarcophagus, like Sir Call It Quits, going back and forth like a pendulum. All these circles got me twisted like an infinity emblem. My identity, addendum, finicky at minimum. I mean, how do you identify when your identity has been villainized, criticized, demonized, and minimized? I mean, it's always a man in the mirror, swaying how I sway, saying what I say, and I be lying.
Yo, what's happening, King?
Peace, peace. How you feeling?
I'm feeling great in the presence of you. I'm always feeling in greatness. Look at that dope picture behind you. We ain't gonna not mention that, but we gonna talk about it. So you also once you had spoken word of the year, because you know I'm jumping right into it, you started going on radio stations, hosting, like it opened so many doors up for you. How long did it take for you to actually complete that journey
Um,
for the Songs of the Street?
so so Psalms of the Street, that was my second project that I came out with. The first one was called Spoken Hip Hop. I released Psalms of the Street, I believe, in 2012. Um, and it took about a year. You feel me? For me to like get kind of acclimated, you get in. So spoken hip hop was the first. I made all my mistakes with that one, and then I kind of got used to it. And I came out with Psalms of the Street. You feel me? I yeah, like as far as the radio station and shows, like so Chicago, we pretty big on spoken word out here. So when people hear somebody who they feel like is talented, then the opportunities and the doors open up, and it's just up to you to walk through them. And as long as your character is right, you're gonna stay in the doors. My favorite saying is, "Yo, your talent will get you through your door, but your character will keep you there." And just try to have be a stand up guy.
Hey, and stand up you must be, because you've done so much in a short amount of time, y'all. I know I just picked up the conversation like he was just on here last week. Damn it, it feels like it to me. I had so many questions and so many things that I wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? So being that it's been such a short amount of time, 1 year, like what pushed you for that year to just go full in and don't stop coming from the inner city? Like,
So it kind of was like I didn't like I was new. Like you feel me? I was a sponge. So the way it worked was spoken word. Like I didn't have any buffer or anything that told me how to be a poet or anything. Like I was, rapping, hanging out with my guys. You feel me? We in the hood, like you know what I mean. We from the projects. I had never been nowhere. I never traveled. I never left Chicago. I barely even left the South Side. You know what I mean? And so I ain't know, the saying, you don't know better, so you don't do better. I ain't know better. You feel me? And then when I stepped into spoken word and I started seeing new things, I started being around different people. I started seeing what culture really was. I became addicted to it. And I got an addictive personality. Anything I like, I'm going full
I'm
force.
going for
You
it.
know?
Hey, that is definitely something that we have in common. So being that, like, so the last time we talked, you were talking about how it felt like you were in a room, like you felt like the block had everything that you needed,
Yeah.
at that point of time in your life. And then once you actually got introduced to something new, it almost felt like, you were in a room lost a little bit
Man,
because you
like
were,
it's a sobering feeling when your whole life, right, you've been given all these tools to survive. You feel me? And when you get into a different space where none of that matters. Like you feel me? It don't like I said, I was born in the Cabrini Green projects. I lived in a bunch of shelters. I grew up in the projects in the low end of South Side of Chicago. You feel me? Fighting and just, doing stuff in the streets and all that other stuff. And
you was a
then,
corner boy.
yeah, right. You know what I mean?
You was a
And
corner
so and I got to a place when I stepped into spoken word, none of that mattered. Period. You feel me? And so you feel infantile. You feel like a baby. Like you feel vulnerable. Like and you are vulnerable. Like you know what I mean? You don't know what to look out. I know like in the streets, you know what a snake look like, but when they come in with a dashiki and some locks, you like
Yeah, you don't
I
know
don't
what the
know,
hell
like
going on, right? You're like,
yeah,
wait,
right.
what the hell going on?
Yeah, so I had to retrain my brain all over. I had to mature instantly. I had to, I was thrown straight in there, and it was sink or swim. You feel me? And
Yeah.
we adapt. We adapt. We thrive over here. You know what I mean?
And most of us are good at adapting once we get used to our element. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Because we good for being we switch, we chameleons. I say that all the time. You put us in different environments and we will adapt to what's going on around us. So answer this before you get into your first piece. With all that new going on around you, how did you not lose yourself and how did you find yourself at the same damn time?
Well, I was humbled. I ain't gonna lie. I was humbled, right? So when adversity came, I responded like I would, you know what I mean, when I was in the streets or whatnot. You feel me? I ran up on a few poets, like you know what I'm saying? Like I did. But
Right.
I didn't know at the time, like, oh, they just words. Like if somebody make a Facebook post about me, I didn't know that it was just words. I didn't know that they didn't mean what they said. I
What they
didn't
say,
know.
right?
Nobody told me. Like you feel
Because
me?
where you from, that shit means if somebody say it's up, it's
You
up.
got to stand
You know
on it.
what I'm
You
saying?
said you
Right,
stand
right,
on it.
right,
You
right.
feel me? I had to I had to fall a few times. I had to bump my head a few times. I had to understand like that I'm not dealing with the type of people that I grew up with. These are totally different people. Like you feel me? Like these are people, they'll stab you in like I'm dealing with people that'll shoot you in the face, but these are people that'll stab you in the back with a velvet glove. You know what I'm saying? Like so I don't, you know what I'm saying? So I had to, so I didn't just, it was a long process till like one day I kind of got it. I understood, like, you feel me? Um, like, yeah, right. And I came, like they just said, like, where I'm from is literal. Like, you feel me?
Facts.
And one day I just kind of I saw the components, like, because I've always been a sponge. It just, it just takes you a little time to soak up everything, and
That's
then
going on.
eventually, I got it, and the best. And then so I didn't want to not be who I was, like as far as the type of man that I was growing into being. So I just had to find a balance between the two. Like you feel me? If it's about words, then I'm gonna be somebody who mean what I say
What
and say what
say,
I
say
mean.
what I
You
mean.
feel me? Don't do that again, or it's a problem. Like you know what I mean?
Right,
Or
right.
you know what I'm saying?
Or the other side of me will come out. Trust me, it's
Yeah,
there, but
you
I
feel
don't
me?
want to give you that pressure. I definitely understand that. But even with your words, you're so intent on how you speak and how you move that, you can tell that you stand on what you mean. So I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure that even when learning things, that's the part of you that never changed.
yeah. I mean, like because who you are as a person, as an individual, man or woman, like you know what I'm saying. Like you gotta have some things that can't be, you know what I mean. You can't waver in, like And then to me, I realized that I love hard, like you know what I mean. Like so, when I put you in my space, I want to protect you. I want to love on you. I want to be everything. So I can't be, you know what I'm saying, wavering in my movement. Like I gotta be who I am because I'll lose somebody that I love trying to cater to an artist who barely even know my last name. Like you feel me? Like on
Right,
my real
right.
name, you feel me? You gotta see the, like somebody just said, it's discernment. Like you feel me? And back then I didn't even know what discernment was. You like in the streets, you be like, you just got a bad
Well, I'm going to
feeling.
be
Like, you know
certain.
what I mean?
Yeah, man. Right, right, right.
Yeah, like you
It's
feel
just a
me?
man,
But
don't your hair standing up, but they don't even understand
you
what
don't
that
understand
really
what? Yeah,
means.
and then yeah, and then in the Porsche world, I didn't know, like you don't know what to think. You don't know what, like I say, people they come, but they educated, they speak proper, they smell like oils and all this other stuff. But you know what I'm saying, and so you be like, well, they look. They look innocent, like you feel me, and so
Right.
you like, and then you know what you're capable of, so you be like, oh, they not gonna play with me though. You know what I'm saying? But that's just not the
But them
case.
the
You are
people, right? Them the people, them the ones that you
them
really
the
be having
people.
to worry about, right?
Yeah. You'll look up and you'll be all the way messed up, and you be like, how did this
Hell did
happen?
I get to what? Right?
Yeah,
I was just trying to do this, and now I'm all the way stuck in this quicksand that I can't
it,
seem to get myself out of.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Yeah, and I had to learn that that's because I'm looking at these. I'm looking at these, what they doing with these, but I
forget
missed what was
about
going
people.
happening up here. They was thinking. They was 2, 3 moves ahead of me. And but like I said, I don't survive. I thrive. Like you feel me. So I had to acclimate well. I had to use my discernment, and I had to learn that. I had to look within self. Like one of the things that I used to do real heavy that I like since I've been in therapy these last couple years, I had to come face to face with is I came on the poetry scene looking for a father. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I used to like older men on the poetry scene. I used to get under their mentorship, and I used to put them on these pedestals like they my father, the father that I never had. Like you know what I'm saying? And so
Right.
when they made decisions that I didn't agree with, or they didn't treat me like I was their son, you feel me? I held them accountable to something they ain't never signed up
That
to.
ain't even right. Facts.
Exactly. So I had
Facts.
to deal with my own, like you feel me? You know, and then too, I'm the only boy.
Expectation. Right,
Yeah,
expectations, right? Like I tell
yeah,
people all the time, like don't put expectation on anybody because the only person you can expect out of is yourself. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
I'm expected to move this way because I make myself move this way. But the minute I start to expect something out of somebody else, expect to be let the fuck down because that's ultimately what's gonna happen because you built this expectation and these people might not even know
I mean,
that where
it
they
was.
at.
Yeah, it wasn't even their responsibility to hold up. Like I said, they don't know my mama. Like you know what I'm saying.
Right,
They don't. They
right.
just met me on the poetry scene. Like you feel me. But you know, like you like I'm the only boy. I'm the only boy. I got three sisters plus my mom. So I was raised in a house with all women, and you know my desire to want to have a male figure.
Male
You know what I'm
figure,
saying
right?
that I look up to that I could call father was like so it was kind of dormant, but it was screaming. Like you feel me? Like I didn't know I needed it, but I gravitated towards those men that I felt like was on pedal,
You
like that
want
was
a father,
inspired.
yeah.
Yeah, like nice cars and houses and like you know what I mean, and educated and well, and just about their business. And then I gravitated over there. Like you feel me? And then when they did something, I was hurt and I was angry and I was mad and I wanted to fight. But it took me a long time to realize that wasn't on them. They never signed up. They thought I was dope poet. They gave me some advice. They let me hang around, come around, do that. But it wasn't on them to be my father. Like my daddy issues, I got to deal with me, my mom, and my therapist. You know what I mean?
Facts,
Like
facts, facts. And then
so.
on top of all of that, though, but it did give you, if you switch that perception a little bit, it almost makes you see, like, so you were looking for that, but you found the best example of that for right then. Like you name houses, you name cars, you name, different things that they showed you that you knew that you wanted. And actually they was getting it in a better way than you knew how to. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying? So
I mean,
that still
they were
gives.
getting it in a legal way that I didn't know how. Like I
Yeah,
didn't,
yeah,
you know
that's what I'm
what
saying. Right,
I
right,
mean?
right.
Yeah,
They out here for real, for real. They don't use the white paper to get to the green. You know what I'm
right.
saying? And
Yeah,
we use the white to get to the green. It's a
right.
different analogy, but the same thing. But yo, so what's the first piece you're gonna give us tonight? I know the
I
people
mean,
waiting.
we talking about basically identity. So I guess I'll give y'all the full identity crisis piece. Okay.
All right, well, let's do it. Let me get about.
I want to know how you feel. Because I felt failed ever since I stepped in the field. Even the womb felt like a tomb, like a sarcophagus, like Sir Coley quits, going back and forth like a pendulum. All these circles got me twisted like an infinity emblem. My identity, addendum, finicky at minimum. I mean, how do you identify when your identity has been villainized, criticized, demonized, or minimized? I mean, it's always a man in the mirror, swaying how I sway, saying what I say, and I be lying to him like you confident in your walk. You embrace your faults. Your insecurities are locked away in a vault. But every time I talk, it's like I whisper the past words as I pass words. And the man in the mirror becomes invisible. But I'm still convinced that my eyes start looking at invincible. Can you identify? I mean, can you line up and pick your identity out of a lineup? I mean, you give to self, but you can give more. You milk your insecurities because that's your bread and butter. But sweetie, check yourself out. No cashier. You'll see what you got in store. I got a gang of vices, but it's always three on my head like Chance the Rapper. Lust, greed, gluttony, and I try to stay strong because I don't want a chance to rapture, but I still fight with it. Steady trying to hide my sins in the dark, but God got night vision, and I still keep finding myself blaming Him. But when you want to go to war, if you and God formed the United Nation, when you started claiming Him, did these sins start invading your mental, Russian, your cranium? Can you identify? Pointing to everybody else. from a teacup. And when it's your turn to receive, your insecurities won't even let you speak up. That's why every time I write, I put my soul on these pages. So if ever somebody breaks down what alignment, that psyche's unlocked and that world's in alignment, I'm just here on consignment. God's work, kind of feels shame-hearted. Like life's a part-time job and I'm comparing it to God's work. Funny. My father lost one of his kids, but he still won't find me pardon. That's the password to the ball tripping again. Never mind me. I guess my identity now is more like an adjective to a noun because I place it next to so many people placing things. I don't even know who I'm being. I just want to take action, always on the verge of a verb. There ain't a literary term or a caption that can take down his word. I guess my identity is Adam, like not Adam from the Garden of Eden, but Adam. Geronimo speaks on TikTok this evening. Dang, identity went from a pronoun to a profile. Poor child with a broke smile. Will I ever make it? Is it a no now? It's definitely I don't know now. So won't you go find you? So when we find you, it's a re-find you. What's y'all identity? Still searching for mine. Thank you.
It was up through that, oh, talk about fire.
Yeah, boy, that piece right there was definitely fire. You got it right there, Niecy, putting up them fire marks, because that piece was off the chain. You already know I'm about to bring the king back up here so he can tell us exactly what prompted that piece, man. We be looking for our identity, and yeah, let's go. Okay, so what made you write that piece? How long ago did you write that piece?
I wrote that piece a year ago, last year. And like so I've been on my therapy journey for like the last 2.5 years, since 2020. And it's had me to come face to face. Like one of the things that I realized about myself is that everything that I was or was just a bunch of other things and people meshed together. Like you feel me? So like I wanted to be like I DMX. You feel me? Like I like DMX a lot. So to get a little my toughness from DMX.
Right.
Yeah, my man's I grew up with. You feel me? I like the way he dressed. So you feel me? I started rocking his style. Like I like New York. So my lingo, like you know what I mean? It was like a composure of a lot of different things that I admire. You know what I mean? And when I start stripping all them things that I done took from other people, then I would look in the mirror and was like, who am I?
My,
And that's still a journey. Like I'm still figuring that out. Like who am I? Like Geronimo gone, like the everything that's happened to me to shape me to the man that I am today. Like you feel me? Who am I?
who am I?
It's a constant journey. It's a like, and that's why that piece is called Identity Crisis. Because when I look in the mirror, if I every attribute I give myself, I could be like, no, I got that from blah blah blah. You feel me? Or I like doing that because blah 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 showed me that. Or you know what I mean? But what like on the journey of self, what you found for you that you like doing for you, like you know what I mean? What's characters in you that you didn't like? What's something that's innately in you that you didn't put on you because of something somebody?
Else.
Yeah,
Yeah, I definitely understand that, man. But
yeah.
I like what bro just said. We're forever evolving. We're
Mhm.
always changing. So who we are is always going to be changing. That's why I tell people my perception of things change all the time. Because something that was good for me 2 years ago ain't good for me now. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I'm not the same person that I was 2 years ago. So I definitely understand that. And we all have to sit down and find that out.
Yeah.
And everybody who on here, please tap into a therapist, man. And y'all was joking. People laughed at me all the time when I said it. But the reason that I love therapy so much is because ain't nobody in these fucking streets going to keep your secrets, yo. Even
Mhm.
without you getting down to the point of you getting down to the point of what you need to work on and things like that, self accountability, and outside of all of that, right? Ain't nobody gonna keep your damn secrets. But I bet that therapist, you paying their ass to shut the hell up. And anybody they talking to, you don't know. So it ain't gonna be in no area, no circle. If they is talking to somebody, you get what I'm saying? So I'd rather
That's a
have that
fact.
paid,
That's a
that
fact.
paid,
And even yeah, and even in the future, like you feel me, it's still like I said, it's still a work in progress. Like it's still people that I admire to today that I be like, yo, that's they thing. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta, you know what I mean? Like my man said, we constantly evolving. You feel me?
Right.
But you gotta constantly work on that you're not involved in into what your perception of somebody else is.
Else
See, we live in a Facebook era where we compare people's Facebook life to our real life. You know what I mean? And we try to chase that, and that will kill you. That will stress you out. You will have a heart attack trying to get what you see somebody post on their Facebook, not knowing they posting a picture in Dubai, not knowing that they going home living with their mama. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
you
you
talking
feel me?
about
Like, you know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
So you
I mean, but
gotta,
that's the type of world we living in right now. So I definitely
yeah.
understand. You
And I'm
gotta,
trying to step outside of that norm. Like, I'm trying to think for self. If I go to Dubai, I want it because I desire to go to Dubai, not
right,
because I saw 18 videos of people on camels in Dubai. Like, you know what I mean? I want to do
yeah.
things that's self-motivated, you know?
Facts. That's why we have to stay grounded. So
Yeah,
all the kings really talking about is staying grounded. Because if you stay grounded on you, then can't nothing else shake your tree, your roots. In other words, that's
facts,
what I'm talking about.
facts.
You know what I'm saying? That's something that we all have to learn. Though those are journeys that we have to step into. You know what I'm saying? And that's hard. It's hard to step into those journeys because sometimes it takes faith. And if the king himself, if he into that therapy journey, it takes shadow work too. You got to
Facts.
go. You got to go through things that you've done blocked off. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times we got to be able to open up that third eye. In order to do that, you got to take away a lot of that blockage and the things
Yeah,
that you feel like toxic traits, things that you've inhabited from growing up in certain places, people, things. You know what I'm saying? The things that you've seen, all of that affects who you are as an adult. So I definitely understand. Let's get into this painting that's behind you, though,
like,
before we take a quick commercial break. So I spoke on it earlier today, you know what I'm saying? Because I be kind of hyped when I'm doing my intros, but you're a genius with the pen, the strokes all the way around. Like you
thank
are
you,
killing the right now. Like not only are you spitting it, writing it, you are actually painting it and
thank
doing
you,
full ons. And yes, that's something that he did in behind him. So does
thank
this piece have a name? Is it dedicated to somebody? Because she's absolutely beautiful. Like
you.
what
Did I name? I ain't named this piece that, did I? Nah, I didn't name this piece. Don't I have a name? I don't know. I just painted it. So I mean, a little like so. I be having a lot of people in my inbox, right, asking me to do art galleries, and I usually turn them down. I turn them down, period, right? Because like I don't know, I don't consider myself a real painter. Like you feel me? So
like
yeah.
not just yourself a real poet, King. How the hell you painting, ain't you? You doing it right?
What? Okay, so you feel me? So like I only been painting for about a year. Like you feel me? And like the way I started painting was I was asleep one day. I was in the bed, sleep. And I woke up, and then something in me was like paint, you know. And then I was just like paint. I don't even draw, let alone paint. You feel me? And then so I was like, yeah, whatever. I was trying to just disregard the feeling, but I was walking around for like 2, 3 weeks when I had this nagging feeling in me that said paint, 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 you know. And it was like, you know, and you know, it was God like telling me like, hey, listen, paint. And thank you. So yeah, God spoke through me and do that in that
Right.
creativity. And so when I started painting, it just came out good, I guess. Like you feel me? And I just kind of paint like when I
So
paint,
nonchalant about it. It just came out good. I guess that
I mean,
painting behind you is absolutely amazing. And
thank
I
you.
mean, just to hear you talk about it, like let's run it back, right? So we're gonna play run it back. It's
Uh-huh.
an absolute year to do your first EP after you.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yes.
And painting, come on. You only been
Mm.
painting for a year.
Uh-huh.
Well, come on, are we sleeping
Yeah.
on us? You did a
I
whole
mean, I you know,
consider
I, I,
yourself a real
I
artist in
get,
it.
yeah, I guess because I ain't never had no training or anything like that. Like, I just be like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't no, I'll take the poet. Like, I'm a poet. Like, you know what I mean? But I ain't never really had no training for painting. So I just be like, well, you know, You know,
Yes,
I
you
just
did. Shit, the streets. I mean, Poet University came from the damn streets. That's all the training you need. And if you took a class, please let me know where to sign the flicker flacker up because you dope as hell. I'll take a class twice, or or so. But no,
yeah.
I mean
No, I
that's
never
just
took. I
amazing.
just
I
start. I
know.
just yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
yeah.
know.
So I be trying. I just be like, okay, like so when people hit me up, like, oh, they want to buy my paintings, I be surprised. I'm like, thank you, okay, like and then, but this painting out here, her name Dion Victoria. She had pulled my collar one time. She was like, look, Geronimo, she a painter, right? And she like, look. Well, you can't be out here just giving these paintings away for $50, okay? You need to up that. I was
Right.
like, what? I don't know what I'm
You
supposed to charge
downgrading
for a
our
painting.
stock. Yeah, you downgrading our stock out here in these streets, man. You gotta
Yeah,
come out.
yeah.
Up
So
them corner
she was like,
prices.
yeah. So she was like, yeah, these paintings you can get a couple thousand. And I was just like, well, I don't even feel, you know what I'm saying? And she was just like, well, stop charging so cheap for your paintings because it's your work, and just have a little bit more. You feel me? Like charge a little bit more of your worth. So, I'm not charging $50 or $75. And then I put it out. Somebody want them, they can, they can purchase them. If
Get
not,
'em.
I'm happy with them hanging on my wall. Like, you know what I'm
Right
saying?
there, you
So
talk about you're not losing one way or the other, but at least you
yeah,
putting your stuff out at a value. And that's all she's telling you is if you don't value your work and you don't value your
mm,
shit, then ain't nobody else going to do it. You know
that's a
what I'm
fact.
saying? So I mean that I love that advice, man. I hope everybody picking up on all these jewels because we dropping some in this sky tonight. So let me go on and let you get up out of here because I got a couple commercial breaks that I definitely got to
Hey,
hit right fast, and I'm gonna give you a time to get you a little water in your system and get ready to come back and drop that next piece for us.
definitely.
Right. Child. The PPC commercial break. Yeah, yeah. Y'all know I love commercial breaks. I love them the most because we talk about us. I mean, everything us. And I love that. So tonight we're going to keep it all the way 1001 stack. I got a great ass commercial break. My brother himself. Yes, the ghostwriter himself, the man that's hardly ever seen, but you can hear him. And I tell you can hear him a mile a damn way. And he's coming with another powerhouse, man, November 20th. He's dropping a little bit of help. And I can't wait for y'all to get, man, let me just play it so we can come back and talk about.
Lately I just sit and I wonder why my head just keeps going under.
Yo, 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 straight like that. Y'all just heard a snippet of what's going on. Y'all know this is the time of the year that everybody need that little help and everybody need that pushing, that little push. And I guarantee y'all that this one right here is going to give y'all that push that y'all need. So y'all make sure y'all strap in and tap in on every streaming network. Come November 20th, it's going down. And then let's get to me for a little while. Me, right here in the ATL, Southside Atlanta. Y'all can catch me November 5th at 6 o'clock at the bookstore, 461 Nelson Street, 461 Nelson Street, ATL. It is going down. Make sure y'all tap in, man. I'm going to have a good time with the hood therapist herself. We getting up through there, man. We doing hood talk. So y'all know I'm coming with it. So let's go. You already know I'm done with me too. I be quick on the commercial breaks, man. Y'all know what it is because I be ready to get back to the poetry. And I'm so enjoying my conversation with the king. So y'all make sure y'all tap in November 20th. Tap in on bruh November 6th. Make sure you tap in if you're in the ATL and come catch me live and in full effect. And if you're a poet, please pull up because we want to hear you. Definitely, man. I'm going to tell you the information in my group to hit my girl up so y'all can get on that platform as well. King, you ready to come back on rolling around this thing? All right, let's do it.
Let's get it.
Yeah. So the next piece that you're giving us.
All right. So I talked about a lot about, everything is just gonna be in alignment with like where I'm from, self. You feel me? So I guess this is talking about where I'm from.
All right, well,
All right.
that cold city, bruh, and he got a cold ass pen with a good ass heart. No cap. I'm right.
Thank you, thank you. I say it's crazy. Where I'm from, I done seen teams swinging the arm like a musketeer. Now the powers that be pulling the strings, they don't give a damn about a puppeteers. I used to be a bulldog in the streets. I done seen some things that'll bring a pup to tears. 29th of February, I didn't spend so much life I can leap years. Killers on my block didn't care about your life for theirs. Real life Thanos, as soon as he snap, half the hood disappears. And I gotta weigh the options, cause any given day I can be on the other end of an op scenes. Every time it's an op scene, it's op scene. And my scene, cause they want to drop on nine vaccine. They carry arms to give shots, vaccines, and leave wives living single, Maxine. So trust to understand Afghanistan. Cause Ted's been took over the block. The hands of town won't even hold my clock. Gave it to an hourglass. I guess that's why I flip every hour's pass. My mind spend out more than a power cash. Walk a day in my shoes. Life can get colorful money. Monopoly cash. That's why I hit these stages and try to raise wisdom. Socrates died, forcing y'all to dissect what's in the biology class. And sometimes I still don't make the best decisions. It's some things I'm still working to face. Esthetician, too many emotional block scar walls, and I'm on a set collision. I get my last breath of vision. I know people who can afford the clothing brand Off-White. Off-White, fly on sight, but off-life. And I'm just here to put a mirror to your Amiri. I'm a young god, a theologian. Blood don't make us close, but my hemoglobin is compared to Zeus and Odin. One time, I even told this BD from O-Block, stop carrying the energy of an Ogun and start carrying the energy of an Ogun. Even asked him, what's the science? How does this add up? Unfortunately, biology and math was the class he got F's in. Now he's broke on the block swinging at FN. He even asked me back, well, what do you believe in? Well, me, I am Yahweh, God. He said, stop lying. You ain't in the streets beasting. I never said that. I said, well, me, I am Yahweh. Ain't that God? Even with a cold stand tattoos, he's fragile. Posted blocks, dodging cops, he's agile, but fragile. Toting Glocks, robbing ops, he's baffled, but fragile. And me, I never seen warfare's blood spills at the river of Jordan. But I've seen Ford's Blair's blood spills over a pair of Jordans. I never seen the streets of Chile, but I'm from Chicago, where the streets get Chile. And no matter how many times we yell, rewind up, it won't change the fact that our streets are modern day Rwanda. Rewind that. It won't change the fact that our streets are moderate. Rewind that. It won't change the fact that our streets are a catalyst to decline blacks. We find gats and crates on freights. And lately, my faith been in faith. Because even without the H, faith is still in faith. Like even without the H, hell is still in L. And I'm just trying to bring the truth for vision. Even my nephew like, oh, don't forget, it's a pipeline, school or prison. Like instead of pulling up to the Chicago High School, Morgan Park, he just should pull up to the morgue and park. See, they be sharp with the 9 for the GDs. We want sharper the number 2 for a GD. We was warriors, militant, panthers, fighters. And lately, it seems like we smoke so many black and mouths that we become passive, black and mouths. So what you smoking now?
Let's go! You know, it's that knowledge is power thing, man. Be about that shit.
Oh, you better be about it because he just dropped so much knowledge in that. The line, the ops line.
Ops. Every time there's an op scene, it's op scene, and my scene, and I scene, because they want to drop on I by zine. They carry arms to give shots, vaccines, and leave wives living single, Maxine.
OMG, like that one by itself, when people slow it down, you gotta listen to it again, people. I made them say it again. Do your own damn rewind, because he just went through the hood for real, like that's crazy. The bars are just crazy. So what made you switch all the way over to poetry though?
So I mean, it was like, I was really heavy into rapping, but like it's crazy. Like when I was rapping, I was kind of like kind of the typical, block rapper type of energy. I had never been nowhere. Used to just hit the studio up, you feel me, record, try to do. I used to be paying to get on showcases and stuff, to do little situation. Give me $75 and we'll give you 10 tickets and you make your money that way. Like, you feel me?
Right,
And it just wasn't moving. And then I had met this international DJ named DJ Sluggo, and he is a Chicago legend, and he heard my poetry, and he told me like, hey, Geronimo, I'll rock with you, but I want you to focus on that poetry. And I'm like, nah, rock with me on a rap band. That's what I
right.
do.
Yeah, we
Like,
talking about, yeah.
and he like, it's a million rappers. He's like, you got something with that poetry. And so I really wanted to rock with him. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna try. And he was right. As soon as I started doing spoken word, that's when everything changed. Like, the opportunities were different. My first time traveling out of the city, what I mean, was like when I did poetry. I got booked in another state. I wanted with rap, I wasn't even getting booked locally. It was poetry. I
We
got booked
talking
in
about
another state. You know what I
it.
mean? So
So okay, so it was just motivation in itself because it
yeah,
was moving, and the
it was
other one was
moving.
kind of stagnant because it was stagnant because you kind of was in a stagnant mindset, maybe.
Exactly.
You
Like
know what I'm
the
saying? So
content what that I was talking about, it wasn't, you feel me, it wasn't positive. Like it wasn't stuff that I shouldn't have been on the world stage with. Like, you feel me, when I was like, rapping, talking about stuff I done did in the streets and all that. You feel me? But then when I got into spoken word, I I like I said, I just got introduced to a whole nother world that I just didn't even know. Like, you know what I mean? And then it changed my life. Like, I've been elevating ever since then. I've been growing, and just maturity, you feel me? And just I love it. Like, I wake up every day and I love what I do. I love who I'm becoming, you feel me? And
you
I
feel that,
appreciate
man.
I appreciate, like somebody said, destiny. I appreciate God putting me on the right path to walk in my purpose.
That part. And when you walking in your purpose, nothing else really matters. And I'm
Right.
glad, and your purpose keeps opening up for you because it seems like you're just an artiste, period, on
Thank you.
all platforms. You know what I'm saying? So I think that it's just letting you know that art is your key, and you're a powerhouse on top of that. Because we've had some artists that come out and they you read it and it sound real good, right? And then when they
Yeah.
speak it, that shit be like, what in the what in the what? So, like the fact that you are blessed on every level with that to be able to be 100% yourself and walk into that. So is that how mentoring came about for you? Because you were looking for mentors, so you took upon yourself to make sure that you gave back the same way people gave to you?
So it came like, well, it was just steps, right? So I was going a couple years of just thrashing, knocking stuff down, going crazy. Like, you feel me? I was getting all these blessings. I was getting into rooms that I had never been in before. I was making a lot of money. I was traveling, everything. And then one day it hit me like, where's the reciprocity, right? I'm getting all this stuff. My cup is full. Like, you feel me? Filling up. And it's filling up so much that it's spilling over. That's how much I'm getting. But I'm not pouring into nobody else. I'm not giving back. I'm not. God didn't give me this gift to cover it and cover it and hold for self. He gave it to me to share with the world, right? And so when I share my talent, it goes beyond the stage. I gotta share my talent, then go share my talent with up
Talent.
and coming people. You feel me? And so I was just like, reciprocity. I received so much in abundance. Like, right now, I'm a full-time spoken word artist. I offer poetry. I own a 4-bedroom house, 2 bathroom, 2 cars. Like, you know what I mean? Offer poetry. You feel me?
Right,
God
right.
blesses me. And what I'm supposed to do, I can't bury my talent. I can't tuck the talent away. I can't, you know what I mean? I have to, if I have to be fruitful with my talent. You feel me?
That
I
part.
have to
That
share my talent on stage, or or on whatever
you
podcast
gotta give
or
thanks.
TV or whatever.
Love it. He giving it thanks. He giving thanks, man.
Yeah, and then I
He
gotta
giving
go
thanks.
to the streets, and then I gotta find up and coming artists and that's serious about it, and then I gotta share my talent. Like, you feel me? And so it's just about reciprocity. And I've been operating in that space. Every time I give $1 away, God give me two back. You know what I mean? Every time I give an opportunity away, God give me five back. Every time you know what I'm saying? Every
Well,
time
you
it's a
planting seeds. As long as you keep planting seeds, then it's going to continuously to grow. You know what I'm
fact.
saying? And you're nurturing the seeds that you planting. You're not just
Exactly.
planting them and then leaving it there. You know, I love that. So I know I personally met one of your mentees that is absolutely amazing. So like, I mean, and already finna be a beast within
Yeah, yeah.
herself,
She
and
gonna be
she grew
nice.
with it. Right, right. So what you doing? Hand picking them? I mean, come on, give me the
So
recipe of how this is going down. You going
what
out there really,
so I learned this from like my sis K Love, right? Like she taught me this, like, because at first, I was handpicking them, but I realized that that's not the way to go. Because you handpick them, and then you handpick them, and then you sow into them for a year or two, or however many years, and then as soon as you stop mentoring them, they stop. Like, they don't do nothing else. You be like, what the? But because you was giving them everything, you was what K Love said was like, they gotta come to you, right? And they gotta be willing to give as much as they're willing to receive. Like, you feel me? And so now that's the space I'm in. Like, I'm open to mentorship, but you gotta one come in search of that
come in.
mentorship,
Right,
and
right, right.
then you got to be willing to give. Like, I know, and people be like, "Oh, you're Geronimo. What you need?" Artists, period. Poppy, you need something. I need something. We need something. If it's working the
Right.
door at a show, if it's working the boards on your podcast, if it's like, you know what I mean, we need, like, you know what I mean, like,
Exactly.
and so it got to be a mutual relationship. Like, reciprocity works both ways. You got to be willing to give as well as receive, and receive as well as give. And so it's a mutual, everybody working. So that way, when the mentorship is over, you ain't gonna want to give up because you done worked hard to get to where you at. You know what I mean? And so right now, Bay Shakur is definitely a strong example of somebody that works hard. She's sitting over there, working right now. Like, you know what I mean? So,
And smashing while she out here, man. It was
mhm,
a delight to be able to actually come and see you up close and personal. Get my hug in for everybody who don't know, man. Get the
mhm,
best hugs in the world. You know what I'm talking
mhm,
about? Make you feel warm. And then he get up there and just kill shit. Like slaughterhouse, and then to have
mhm,
somebody to come behind him that he called his little sister, and to see that she wasn't shot slinging that damn blade either. She was cutting
mhm.
shit. I was like, whoa,
Right.
whoa. They came down to Atlanta not playing. They stepping on shit down here. I'm from here. So I can only imagine what it's like up there where you
Yeah.
are. It has to be an absolutely amazing
Yeah.
just to be out there, like, and for it to be so potent in your city, but it also makes it a challenge because iron sharpens iron. So that means that you out there with some of the coldest of cold. So do you feel like your motivation for like your community, your neighborhood, like do you feel like them cats really go back and look at you and say, shit, I can do this?
But I mean, it's kind of twofold, right? So you got the peers that look at you as competition. You feel what I'm saying? You got the elders that look at you as, a young up and coming artist, and then you got those that's coming up that look at you as, like, you know what I'm saying, like a mentor, or somebody they aspire to be to. I'll address like the peers, right? You're right. Iron does sharpen iron, and it's a lot of beasts out here. Like, our in Chicago, our regular open mic list, they can go anywhere and be features. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we have a open mic full of features. They be going crazy. You feel me? But one thing that I learned is, like, I love my artistry, and I hone in on my artistry, zero in on it. I love just practice on my artistry. But equal to my artistry, I also love the grind. I will outwork anybody. And equal to me outworking anybody, I'm very consistent. So
Mm.
the artistry, consistency in the grind, and that's where I feel like puts me at a space to be comfortable in what I do because you got some dope spitters out here in Chicago, but they in like
They ain't got
they
no grind. They ain't got
yeah,
no
they
grind
and they
behind them.
inconsistent. Oh, they lost their job, so they don't pick up their pen or hit a show for 6 months, or they or they going through some personal issues and they just stop and then they try to pick it back up and then they fall off every time something in life hit them.
Happen.
I
Yeah.
done had some crazy stuff happen in my life, and I still show up every single time. You feel me? Because poetry has been my therapy as well. Why would I
I was
run
just
for the
about to
thing
say
that?
that. Yeah. Why wouldn't
Yeah,
you? That's when you're supposed to lean on her the most. You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
Like, especially for me, that's my side piece. She's always been through everything with me. So why wouldn't I lean on it when I needed to
Yeah,
most? Like
and when
he's just King. You just said something that I say all the time, and I tell people if anybody listen to my motivational stuff, I say it all the time. ABCs, man, it's simple. Always be closing. Don't be
mm,
standing around wait. Always be closing. Always be chasing the next thing that you see that you want to be
it's,
doing. That means your
it's,
feet is always moving. You always grinding on something. You know what I'm saying? So that's definitely an important thing, man. We'll run time over like a mug. You had another piece back there. So where is that?
oh, you talking about the? Hold on, right quick.
Yeah,
Tell
man.
me that piece.
I need to see that guy. You ain't even got to put it up. You could have just put it in your hand right fast. I just
Oh,
need for the people to see, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't just no fluke, y'all. He ain't just doing this on no fluke. He actually out here for real stroking the game and giving you the keys to show you how to do it. Look at her. Look at her. Don't she just look like a sunshiny damn day? I'm trying to tell you, man, that is absolutely amazing. The other piece has got to be one of my favorites that I saw, though.
thank
But
you.
this one is absolutely amazing too. So, what's the last piece you're gonna give us? Because I know we'll run over some little time, and I don't want to, you know what I'm saying. I know you got a life going on too out here, Mister Move Around. Oh, before we even get into that, where the people can find you, because we got people that tap in and might see this and they in Chicago, people in Atlanta, people because he everywhere, y'all. Like I'm telling you, Mr.
I run a, I
Busybody,
run
what you
a,
got going on?
Yeah, I run a seasonal open mic in Atlanta. It's called Season Change Open Mic. The last one of this year is gonna be December 2nd. And I'm gonna be out there featuring at TI Trap Cafe December 14th. November 14th. That's in a couple weeks. You feel me? So I'm real easy to find. Like right out here. You feel
Exactly.
me? Geronimo Speaks. That's on all social networks. Geronimo Speaks on Facebook. Geronimo Speaks on Twitter. Geronimo Speaks on TikTok, Instagram. You can do Geronimo Speaks at gmail.com. You know what I mean? Like wherever
It's gonna pop, man. He popping up. That's what he's saying.
yeah, so just Geronimo Speaks right there. And be in tune. Like I'm all about a conversation. I'm all about building. I'm all about growing. I run an open mic out here as well every second and fourth Sunday. I run open mic in Atlanta every 3 months. It's a quarterly open mic. You feel me? And I throw showcases at the Willis Tower in Chicago. Like I'm all about networking, genuine relationships. That's what I'm all about. Like you feel me?
Hey, I ain't detect no lies and nothing the king done said, and I'm telling y'all I met him up close and personal. So y'all already know what it is. I'm gonna be at the next open mic that he had. I was at the last one he had, so I
Yeah,
plan
yeah,
on
you
being at
was.
the next one that he had. And you can also catch me in the trap house because that'll be my first time going down to the trap house. But you
Hey,
damn sure if God willing, she gonna make sure I'm there. You know what I'm talking about? So we're gonna be up through there. So I appreciate you even putting that out so I can stay and tap in so I can make sure I'm blessing them stages because I love to just rock the stages with you. You're so genuine about everything that you do, and it's just always love. You know what I'm saying? So that's a blessing. Thank you for coming back around again. You already know we're gonna talk after this thing, but let's get to that last piece. We down to the last 2 minutes. That you fresh your on. Let me get out.
you are now witnessing Something unseen on the scene for centuries. I didn't go looking for this gift, it was sent to me. I'm sick, you tell me what these symptoms mean, and every sentence seen is like a sentencing. So judge these patterns. My whole family full of monsters. I'm Pugsy Adams. I know I'm said a lot, but I know I'm the ish. You can smell the scent, but unfortunately I ain't had scent since penny candy was a scent. They say, Jay, how you know you the best at it? Because I'm real and most of these cats synthetic. Plus there's a difference between being poetic and just being poetic. Moving on. When I spit, it's like apocalypse come from these pack-a-lips. But nowadays, it's all politics and power trips. J. Cole, it won't be shaped like dried up Play-Doh on Play-Doh. And Pops, I'm trying to be a leader like Wildwood or Fago. The hater says a phase, though. The believer says only phase one. But on more than occasion, I've been raising this pavement. The bars what I'm raising, they want me to drive like a raisin in the sun. Dream deferred by boo. They don't know my true colors, Langston Hugh. With these shows, I'm more wanted than a jihad. These bars come to the G kind of I, but together, God, I'm out of this world. Married to another planet. Prenuptials of Neptune. Personal life. On to the next tune. I'm cleaning up the game, so no need to back home ever. I said, I'm cleaning up the game, so no need to vacuum, whatever. See, it's a plethora of confectioners these bars are sweeter in. And if anybody think different, then lead them in. Lock the doors, leave them in, and watch them come out testifying by the end of the evening. Fact, I'm winning. Ain't no perceiving it. When you calculate it as the prime number, ain't no way to even it. My work ethic is feverish, and I get more notice than a serve at a hookah bar with a fever bliss. Beef to spit, speaker spit, I'm easy it. Y'all put yourself in a box. Keep the rapping, I keep the gift. True, I built proper times when I was never prophesized, and a prophet's eyes to be a prophet, guys. I just recognized and selected, guys. Saw things different, and there's a difference between specialized and specialized. Before I leave this earth, I will be posterized. I'm supposed to rise. I was saying here to put something on your cranium. I ain't the strongest, but unbreakable like titanium. So yeah, I think I'm sick with this quill and ink. And if I'm not, nah, just let me think what I think. Thank y'all for having me.
Well, no, it ain't no fireman, but that shit was fire, man.
Man, the king himself is fireman. This show was fireman. This fucking season has been fireman. So thank y'all for tapping in. If y'all didn't hit that subscribe button, make sure that y'all go ahead and do that. Y'all already know the saying, man. Make sure you wake up with gratitude so it shows in your attitude so you can reach those major altitudes. And we have.
Yeah, man, so we made it to the end of another tremendously dope show. Y'all already know Key-notez gonna be thanking y'all tomorrow with her little foo-foo praise dance. Y'all know that's what she praised everybody for tapping on in. You know I go to church too. Like, hey, man, we made it through another show, man, and I like to thank my damn self for being the host with the most, the mother sucker that I am. Yeah, you heard it, I was a bad mother sucker, and I'm out. Let's go.
Bad mother sucker. Yeah. Bad. She's a bad, bad. She's a bad mother sucker. Let's go to the corner.
Let's go.
Every Wednesday night. He knows so shameless hosting.
Be on the corner too.
So you know that shit is time.